Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I will be previewing the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. But before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY, and if you haven't already, you can call in, ask me your questions on the podcast, Just Jets, new episodes every Wednesday. I'll try to get to your question. If I don't, apologize. I usually get a lot of them. But yeah, call in, leave me your question. Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about ThriveFantasy. Come hashtag prop up on ThriveFantasy this season. ThriveFantasy is a daily fantasy sports app for player props. They have eliminated the need to do countless hours of research because they only ask you about the top tier athletes in a respective sport. Choose 10 out of 20 player prop options to build your lineup. Use promo code JETS20 when you sign up today and you'll receive an instant match bonus up to $50 on your first deposit of $20 or more. Download ThriveFantasy on the App Store or Play Store or by visiting their website thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today. So let's get into it. Obviously, this is not the New England Patriots of old. The Jets have ruined their tank. They are locked into the number 2 pick. So pretty much every Jets fan can and should be rooting for a win here in Week 17. Some people have been rooting for wins all year long. I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan. But in Week 17, when it doesn't really matter, I think we're going to have a majority of people really rooting for the New York Jets to win this game and end their season on a high note, beating the New England Patriots on the road. So let's look at the DVOAs. Offense, the Jets are ranked 31st in offensive DVOA. They have inched their way up from 32, and the Patriots are ranked 24th. They are really not that great of an offense either. As it goes on the defensive side of the ball, the Jets are 20th. They've started to climb back up a little bit, while the Patriots are at 26th in defensive DVOA. Again, this is not the Patriots team of old. They are 6-9 right now, and best case scenario, they're finishing 7-9, which is surprising even for the state of their roster right now. I thought they'd be better than what they have been this year. So like I said, New England at 6-9 will finish under 500 no matter what happens. If they win, lose, or tie, they're finishing under 500 for the first time since 2000. It's a long time ago. I was 5 years old the last time they finished under 500. So pretty much my entire football watching life, the Patriots have been a very good football team and a playoff team. The last time they didn't make the playoffs was 2008. I was in middle school. That's crazy to me. But anyway, the New England Patriots, like I said, they're going to be under 500, and they have a lot of work to do going into 2021. Cam Newton is a big reason for why they aren't playing good football right now. He has just 5 passing touchdowns on the season and 172.5 yards per game. He hasn't been able to get the ball down the field at all. He started out okay, and he was running the ball a little bit, and then in the middle of the year, pretty much right after he had to miss a game because of COVID, right down the tubes. He's been terrible. And over the last 3 weeks, the Patriots just have 24 points of offense over a 3-week period. Yes, they had that stellar game against the Chargers on the road. They put up 45, but since then, 24 points. Not great. On the Jets side of things, they have won their last 2 games and gotten game manager performances from Sam Darnold. I think he does that again this week. I think he gives you a similar stat line to what he's been doing. So I'll say he goes 17 of 30 for 180 yards, which is about 6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in the game, which would leave him with 9 passing touchdowns on the season, 10 interceptions. Going into this game, he has 11 starts on the season, 8 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a 58.8 completion percentage, a 5.9 yards per attempt, a 176.5 yards per game, and a 72.3 rating. All of these are worse than his career. In his rookie year, he had, I believe it was 17 touchdowns and 15 interceptions in 13 starts. And then last year it was 19 touchdowns and the yards went up a little bit. His yards per game pace is off by like 50 yards per game. It's drastically different, and his completion percentage dropped by 4 percentage points. It's crazy to see how much of a difference we've seen from Sam Darnold in his second year to his third year. It's just it's surprising to me. I did not think we'd be in this position heading into Week 17 this year. Frank Gore will not play. Obviously, wishing him the best of health, but excited to get a look at Ty Johnson, who I think has played really good football. I'll say he gets 14 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. He looked really, really good against the Raiders. I would love to see him get some more reps. I think he absolutely can be running back 2 on this team next year with LaMichael Pirine, who I don't think is going to play. He has COVID. So I think that both of those guys, Pirine and Johnson, should be back in 2021. And add a veteran like a Jamal Williams, or draft a running back in the 3rd or 4th round like a Chuba Hubbard, someone like that. I think it would be interesting to do a running back by committee after spending big bucks on Le'Veon Bell. That didn't work out. I wouldn't do that again. So instead, I would go with the committee. And Johnson's played really good football, and he's young. I think he's 24 years old, something like that. So he's definitely someone that I want to see more of in Week 17. After a tough performance in Seattle in Frank Bush's debut as a defensive coordinator, his defense has played relatively well the past 2 weeks. I'm excited to see Bryce Hall to continue to get action. Yes, Quinnen Williams is not playing. He's done for the year, but the interior defensive line's been phenomenal. Folu Fadakasi's been really good. Nathan Shepard has come on strong in the last couple of weeks. I know I didn't talk about him in my interior defensive line video, but he has gotten better the last few weeks. And John Franklin Myers is really, really good as a pass rusher on the interior. So I'm excited about him and really all of those guys going into 2021. But I think they play well. Bryce Hall, to me, looks like someone that I would be comfortable with in a starting role in 2021. Yes, you have to add probably in either free agency or early in the draft for the other side. But there are some key pieces on this defense that you can get excited about and build around. And I think defensively, the Jets play pretty solid against the Patriots this week. So predictions times. For the first time since week 1, I'm picking the New York Jets to win. I think they win this game 20-16. My record is 12-3 so far picking games. And for the reasons that I listed off, I think it's going to be kind of a sloppy game. I don't think Cam plays that well. I think the Jets defense plays well. And they win this game on the backs of their defense, maybe getting a turnover or two, and Sam Darnold will do just enough, in again, like a game manager, Alex Smith-like role, and they'll win this game 20-16. Let's see what Casey thinks of this game with her pick. Casey is also on the Jets. She is 9-6. My record 12-3, excuse me. So let's see if we're ending the season 10-6 and 13-3, or 12-4 and 9-7. But both of us finishing above 500 in our picks. That was fun. Going to bring that back for next year. I enjoyed doing that a lot. And obviously, since I think the Jets are going to win, if you're betting on the game, take the Jets +3. I think it's going to be a close game. Probably a field goal either way, so you maybe get a push, but I really think the Jets win this game. Just they've been playing better football than the Patriots. It's weird to say that, because in most cases you look at the Patriots and going on the road in New England is not something the Jets are very good at. They haven't been good at doing that in a long time, and they haven't been competitive against New England in a long time, but they almost beat them the first go around. This time, I think they get a stronger performance from their defense, and they end up winning this game. A low-scoring game, like 36 combined points. That's a pretty low-scoring game. But let me know what you think of the game down in the comments below. You can get at me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you next time.